the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That is definitely what we call a defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
On second and 9, Jackson. Here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They start the drive with Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him. On play action, Allen. Wide open. open receiver complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. That is complete downfield to Knox. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Offense set at the line for this next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Jackson going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. This defense for the Bills, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes the pick. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
At the 23, it's from the gun, Jackson. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
In motion left goes a tight end. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. How don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On play action, Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
That's good for Buffalo Bills. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Allen now on first down. And complete right side to Cook. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
James Cook. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the Ravens' 18-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Allen to throw once more. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one. Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Right back to Dobbins on first. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Play action. It's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. To throw again on second down. Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen, and we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it, but this one winds up no good.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Good for Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. After the interception, here's Jackson. Rolling to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
After the sack on 1st down, Jackson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Jackson. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson.
That's complete. Left side to Bateman.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Jackson now. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A good down to possibly take a shot. Empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Operating from the red zone now. Allen.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this will be recovered by the offense, but it will be of little importance now as time has expired here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
Bills come to the start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Allen off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
56. On play action, Allen. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Bills 24.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Jackson's pass.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
Those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. In motion comes the tight end left. 4th down, here's Jackson. Open man is Bateman, it's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins to about the 40-yard line. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
On third down, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Second and 8 coming from the 19. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Bills are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, they're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he'll take this forward to the 27. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On play action, Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. They'll run it. Here's Cook.
Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. Give to Cook out of the gun, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing is Allen on third. This is caught. Touchdown! Dawson Knox with touchdown number 8 on the air.
And the Bills add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the gun on third down, Jackson. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Allen got a man in he hits him in stride.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 13 at the 20-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And the Bills are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Cook. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Again, it's Cook. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Gregory Rousseau
able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Jackson. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game. Defensively, they bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Cook up the gut.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues.
And not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. On first and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete.
Jackson's pass caught by number 10.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense through the shutout, Adam, I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Buffalo, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.